Did we just watch a clear lack of understanding of the judging criteria for MMA? Let's talk about it.
Effective striking grappling shall be considered the first priority of round assessments. Effective aggressiveness is a plan B, and should not be considered unless the judge does not see any advantage in the effective striking grappling realm. Cage ring control, plan C, should only be needed when all other criteria are 100% even for both competitors. This will be an extremely rare occurrence.
So UFC Fight Night Nashville happened, and they had the co-main event, Stephen Wonderboy Thompson versus Gabriel Bonfim. I thought it was a great fight. You had an up-and-coming fighter versus a fighter towards the tail end of his career. And I thought it was really good. You saw Wonderboy with some really nice striking, even at the age of 40. And you saw Gabriel Bonfim have some good pressure, some effective grappling in the earlier rounds. So the controversy happens here is that the last round, the round 3, in which Gabriel Bonfim won on 2 of the 3 judges' scorecards. And as an MMA judge myself, I like to look at the rules. And the rules of scoring fights is effective grappling and striking trumps everything. You know, and that's since like 2019, since the unified rules have came into effect. And if you look at it, I think it's pretty easy to know what an effective strike is, right? A big strike, as Wonderboy did in round 2 that won him the round, right? When you look at effective grappling, it's a little bit more subjective. And I would argue that 50-50 clinches or holding onto somebody's leg, trying to obtain a takedown while somebody pushing your head down, isn't necessarily effective grappling. And at the end of the day, I would assume that the striking that Wonderboy did in round 3 trumped all of those attempted takedowns. And I honestly can't understand why the judges gave, well, 2 of the 3 judges gave Gabriel the fight. I honestly thought that Wonderboy had significantly better striking in the 3rd round, even with a busted shin, even though that doesn't go into effect of judging. I honestly didn't think Gabriel's grappling during the 3rd round was effective at all. He was in a lot of 50-50 clinches. He was diving for the legs. And I thought that Wonderboy's like high head kicks in the 3rd round, some of his jabs, and even his grappling was strong enough to win him that round, in my opinion. Now, like I said, if you look at the rules here, effective grappling and striking trumps everything. And in my opinion, if you look at that 3rd round closely, I would argue that Gabriel did not have more effective grappling to trump Wonderboy's striking, nor did trump Wonderboy's grappling as well. I thought he did a lot of good defensive wrestling, even though defense isn't scored in MMA. I honestly thought Wonderboy took that 3rd round. That's my opinion here. I'm definitely going to try to break down more of these fights as they go on. But I honestly think Wonderboy, I wouldn't say robbed, but I would say that the judges had a very broad understanding of effective grappling that I think was not warranted in this fight. So I'm going to break down more fights and some of the more judging of it. But yeah, that's my opinion on the Wonderboy versus Gabriel Bonfim fight. But that's what I think. So if you have a difference of opinion, please leave it in the comments below. I'll be breaking down more fights. I'll talk to you all later. Bye.